Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist and died in 1961. He had many, many wonderful concepts, and one of them is that of the shadow. He said that there is within each of us what he calls a shadow. And one way to describe that would be that the shadow is all those characteristics that we disown about ourselves, things that we repress, that we don't want to know, that we're really unconscious of. We come into the world as little children and we're whole. We have all these qualities, all the human qualities that a child has. And then through teachers and parents and just the acculturation process, being in a specific culture at a specific time, we learn that certain of our characteristics are to be put down. Um, Parents or teachers will say, "Now, don't be so whiny. Uh, don't be angry. That's that's bad." So that characteristic, we learn that, oh, that's not good. Don't play with your genitals. That body's bad. All those things then get assimilated by a child, and then little pieces of ourselves get shoved aside, pushed underground, and become a part of what Carl Jung calls the shadow. Um, Shadow's not all bad, it's just characteristics that have been pushed underground, and there's a lot of energy there. And that's why he says the shadow is 90% gold, because there's a lot of energy to be mined and to be put into effect in creativity in our lives. Um, One of the things that another therapist, Robert Johnson, has said is that if we look at the human personality as a seesaw with a fulcrum, seesaw goes back and forth. He says that all of our characteristics need to be sort of sorted out. Um, what we consider with the culture and family consider good ones are on one side of that fulcrum, and all the negative ones are on the other side. And he said that for leading a healthy life, we need to be balanced. And as we do good things, as we do our work well and become creative, courteous, kind participants of society, we're building up on that side of the fulcrum, and the seesaw gets cattywampus. And he says it needs to get back in balance. Now, one of his major insights that I thought I wished I knew way back when I was a kid or a young man, is that in order to bring balance back to the fulcrum, we don't have to do bad things, but we have to honor our shadow by ritually or symbolically uh, paying it out. He calls paying out the shadow, which means somehow to honor it, ritualize it, and that will be the topic then of our next session is how do we do that? How do we bring balance? How do we pay out the shadow? And what does that exactly mean?